What's going on, guys? Beer Gut plays here. Before we get started on the episode, I just want to tell you guys about a great product right here. Raze Energy, Frankenberry Sour. All their products are amazing, whether you use their energy drinks, their workout supplements, their hyper sleep. I've used all three. And I tell you, with the workout supplement, I hit my goals at the gym. With the energy drink, it helps me with that long gaming session. Or, my normal day at work. My shoot day at work. Very big fan of their product. I absolutely love it. I will pop this thing open for you. And that Frankenberry Sour is delicious, guys. Definitely would recommend it. If you guys want to save yourself some money, because nobody likes paying full price for anything, be sure to use the code BeerGut10 at checkout. The link to the website will be posted in the video description. And save yourself 15% on the order. Now back to the video. Hey yo, welcome back to the channel. Beer Gut Plays here. Back at it with another episode of the What If Scott Hall, Razor Ramon won a World Heavyweight Champion. We are finally on episode 3. Hope you guys have been enjoying this content so far. I've really enjoyed bringing this to you. If you guys could, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more. Be sure to check out the video's sponsor, Raze Energy. Use my code BeerGut10 at checkout. The link to the website will be posted in the video description. Guys, I've been hitting the gym pretty regularly since about the start of the new year. I'm down about 10 to 15 pounds so far. Of course, good amount of that is attributed to my diet. But Raze Energy, their pre-workout is amazing, and it really helps me get through my workout at the gym. Usually I end up doing about a half hour of cardio and a half hour of other various exercises, mostly, it switches from day to day. Weightlifting, the shoulders and the bis and tris one day, and I do abs and core another day, and then legs another day. So Raze Energy's product has really helped me hit my goals, helped me, be able to last longer at the gym. Guys, use that code BeerGut10 at checkout. It'll save you 15%. Best pre-workout I've ever used. But we're going to get back to this episode. As I mentioned in the first and second episode, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon is your Intercontinental Champion going into this thing. Now, at some point, I would like for him to lose that title and maybe get it on to somebody else, and we could... my plan here is to potentially try and make a run at it by the time the Royal Rumble starts, so I think that would be really good. I think that would be the best way to handle it. But we're going to get Monday Night Raw underway here. You saw the match card. Now, like I mentioned in the last episode, which is going to be linked off in the top right-hand corner, it is going to be, you're only going to see 2 matches generally. The match that we are involved in is Razor Ramon and the World Heavyweight Champion match, whoever the World Heavyweight Champion is. Now, Diesel is the World Heavyweight Champion right now. I thought he was a really good... I thought he'd be a really good starting point as our World Champion. If you remember correctly, there was not a lot of top talent. Legitimate top talent. This was the time when you had guys that were quote-unquote had secondary jobs as their gimmicks. TL Hoppers, Duke the Dumpster Droces, the Goon, different guys like that. Now, I haven't gone through and found all those guys yet through the community creations. Not even going to bother. It's going to be mostly your main players. Your Shawn Michaels, your Diesels, your Bret Harts, your Sid Justice. Actually, I think he may have been Psycho Sid, but For this video, he is Sid Justice. Your Hart, Bret, and Hart's. I did add Atom Bomb and Crush. Randy Savage is going to be in this. You know, it's going to kind of be a hodgepodge of that time frame from like late 92 to about 96. So Goldust, we've got Ric Flair. It's kind of my take on fantasy booking if I were to rebook this era. It's just, it was an idea, and of course, you know, I was thinking about it really, really deeply after Scott Hall's untimely passing at 63. I was really thinking about it deeply, and I was like, okay, let's do some, you know, something to kind of in memoriam of Scott. So I really thought this was just a neat idea. Like I mentioned in many other videos, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon is one of those top 5 wrestling superstars that have never won a world title in any, to the best of my knowledge, in any major company. You know, I put him with Perfect. Now, Perfect did hold the AWA world title, but that was kind of when AWA was on the downslide. I also, you know, Ted DiBiase, Roddy Piper. These are all guys, and some other guys I'm thinking, you know, your Big Boss Mans, you know, and I've also got various other what-if scenarios planned in my head. Like, what if Scott Hall and Kevin Nash did not leave WWE in 1996? How different would the WWE look? And we are going to be using the 2K22, and, you know, to kind of draw that out. It's going to be a lot of fun for this. I am so excited. We got to episode 3, and I'm ready for it. I am all here for this. Now, the 2 matches on the card we are going to be watching, I know we're already at the entries for the first match, and I do apologize. I really just kind of wanted to set everything up prior episode. Owen Hart versus Razor Ramon. To the best of my knowledge, that match has never, ever happened. And I think that's to the best of my, like I said, to the best of my knowledge, it's never happened. So it was kind of, you know, the Universe mode decided that this match should happen. I was all for it because I was like, okay, cool. Owen and Ramon, to the best of my, they never worked a program against each other. I know that much, which I think's great. And it's going to be Diesel versus Sid. Now, I know that match has happened many a times, but we're going to have a lot of fun with this. Last week, we did not have the best start to the quote-unquote career re-simulation of Razor Ramon. We lost that opening triple threat match to Shawn Michaels and Mr. Perfect. And actually, Razor Ramon was the one to take the pinfall. So, not exactly the best way to start. Hopefully we can rebound here today in match number 2 of this re-simulation. And these guys are just going at it right now. Oh my God, what a big move by Owen Hart. Now again, like I said, to the best of my knowledge, this match has never actually... I mean, it may have happened, you know, when Scott was ascending and Owen was still kind of a lower guy. But, oh man, this could be a potentially... I think it'd be a good match. Well, yeah, like I said, Owen would bump his ass off for Scott, because Scott was legit like 6'7", and Owen wasn't very big, but, you know, he had some great, like, there were some great matches with Owen Hart, where he was just bumping around like crazy. But guys, if you really want to see this channel grow, You know, I do put some work into these videos. I do have to thank all these amazing creators on the community creations, because we know my ass could not do this by myself. I do gotta really appreciate everybody who's created these. Just be sure to hit the like button. Again, this will let me know that you guys want me to continue this series. Like I said, it's a lot of fun. It was just kind of I wouldn't say a spur-of-the-moment decision. I knew I was going to get 2K22, and honestly, I'm glad I did, but I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it on this channel. I always want to try and, before the channel rebrand, I wanted to try and always incorporate some kind of wrestling game. Excuse me. I always wanted to try and incorporate some wrestling game, but this is just, like, this is perfect, because I was like, okay, I can really do a good, some career simulations. I didn't know I was going to be starting with Scott Hall, but I thought it was just a great idea. Scott tries to go for a choke slam, but Owen counters out. Big sidewalk slam. Wow. Razor Ramon is just literally taking Owen Hart to town right here. And this is just been so far a one-sided affair for Razor Ramon. This has just been pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. Again, I wasn't happy with the first week's result, but sometimes you get those breaks, you know. We're gonna bounce back. We're gonna have some fun with this. Razor Ramon just completely taking Owen Hart out of his element. This is ridiculous. This is crazy. Looks like Owen Hart is busted open. Now, guys, I will say this. I turned on the blood just to kind of get things, you know. I kind of wanted to just see how they looked with them bleeding, because I know in 2K20 it was not that great, but now this one has just been... if you busted them open, you may get a trickle of blood. This, it's a little better. Oh, wow. Razor's Edge by Scott Hall. Wow, wow, wow. An utter domination, Scott Hall. Razor Ramon. I'm wearing a Razor Ramon t-shirt, and you'd think I'd remember his name. Utter domination by Scott Hall. Razor Ramon. I'm going to do that so many times I can't even help it. Utter domination and just big-time victory for the bad guy. Our next matchup is going to be Diesel versus Sid Justice. I could have kept it Psycho Sid, but again, I wanted to go with that Sid Justice feel. I don't know why. I just thought it was a good idea, and did not disappoint. Man. So far, just that was a great opening match. Again, mentioned this at the top. 2 matches. It's going to be Razor Ramon's match and whoever the world champion is. Now, if Razor Ramon does not get booked for a match that week, I'm not going to force him into something, but I may just put another match on just to kind of fill in. Again, you know, it's Monday Night Raw. It was an hour-long show. at this time, it was an hour-long show. You didn't get the big-name superstars every week. So that's why I was like, okay, I'm gonna do what I can and just do the best I can, make this as interesting as possible. Diesel is your current WWF World Champion. And it's going to be a battle of the giants. It's going to really be a battle of two legit guys that are... Honestly, I thought, and I know this isn't going to be... Everybody's going to hate it, not everybody. Kevin Nash, Diesel, was one of the better big men workers. Let me tell you. And I mentioned that Scott Hall was just so cool to me when I was growing up. The Razor Ramon gimmick, the chains and the accent, everything like that. So cool to me. But I could tell you, when I was in elementary school, in fact, I think I was in 5th grade, my mom and dad, we were living in right outside of Philadelphia at the time. So they took me to a WCW house show. I want to say it was 1990. Yeah, it had to be 99. Yeah, it was definitely 99. So they took me to a WCW house show. It was shortly after the Starrcade event where Nash ended Goldberg's winning streak. And I remember this vividly because it was initially on the house show. It was going to be Nash versus Goldberg. If I remember correctly, Giant. It was my first. It was one of my first wrestling. It had to be my first wrestling event ever. So Nash. It was initially going to be Nash and Goldberg. Giant came out, cut a promo, got himself inserted in the match. Now this was when Giant was on his way out and going to be the Big Show in a few, if I remember correctly. It was it was either late 98 or early 99. Because Giant was on his way out and he was going to go be Paul White in Big Show in WWE. It was really cool though, because I remember everything that happened, and I remember it as clear as day. Nash, I remember most of it clear as day. If I remember correctly, Nash got the pin on Giant because it was right after Goldberg's streak ended. And they did not want to end Goldberg's streak. Or have him going, lose too much, because then you would have killed the aura of Goldberg. But I distinctly remember, my mom taking me to the merchandise table. And if I got an NWO Wolfpack shirt, and I actually saw that same shirt on WWEshop.com that I had, and I want to get it, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Wow, 20 minutes, just about 20 minutes talking wrestling, just reliving various memories of me going to wrestling events and all that other stuff. Just great times. Now, I haven't been to wrestling since before. No, I went to GCW. I remember that. I went to the GCW show in Atlantic City with my boy Tony. Really excited. That was really cool, by the way. I'm not much of a deathmatch guy, anything like that. Some of the stuff I think they do is just utterly ridiculous, but it was a cool experience nonetheless. So, I mean, I grew up, like I mentioned in the last episode, or did I mention that in my SmackDown Here Comes the Pain? By the way, guys, check that series out. It is going to be posted in the playlist is going to be posted in the top right corner. Really enjoying that game so far. That was the game of my high school years. So, definitely recommend checking that out. But, I've really enjoyed just, playing these games, reliving a lot of cool memories, and kind of giving my opinions on things, on different things, I did come across a interview on, I forget where, it was on Facebook, I know that much, I saw it on Facebook, and Kevin Nash came out and said, and this was right after Scott died, that he was the least markiest guy in wrestling, because he didn't care about winning the world, he didn't care, and, he said a lot of fans consider him one of the greatest wrestlers never to win a world champion, which I am in that boat. But I also, if I remember, he's only had 2 shots at the world title, and one of them was the Bret Hart Royal Rumble match, which, guys, if you are, you're a fan of, go watch that match. If you have Peacock, it's a great watch, and he said he had 2. I remember 3. He had that match against Sting shortly after he won World War III, and then he had the triple threat match, and that was his last match with the company, actually. Last match with WCW. It was him going against Sid and Jeff Jarrett. Now, that wasn't exactly a great match. I don't really remember much of the Sting Scott Hall match. I mean, I'm sure it was serviceable. Sting and Scott Hall were definitely two great in-ring workers, at least in my opinion. So, Kevin Nash just hit him with a jackknife. But this is just kind of the thing, I kind of want to use these things as my personal thing to talk about old school wrestling, new school, this old, the 90s wrestling, which is where I became a fan of wrestling altogether. I just have distinct memories. I would definitely recommend you guys to check out that Razor Ramon and Bret Hart match at the Royal Rumble 93. Like I said, it is one of the best matches I've ever... one of my favorite matches. I just recently went back and watched it, in fact, within the past week or so, and I distinctly remembering how good it was. But another jackknife right there, and Vicious kicks out at 2. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What the heck is Nash doing right there? Oh. Ooh. That definitely had to hurt. They're taking the fight to the outside. Guys, I definitely, this is going to be a cool little experience for me, because honestly, there's 2 things that I love in this world. It's wrestling and racing. So you guys can combine 2 of them to get, combine one of the passions that I have, and I could... That is the weirdest glitch I've ever seen. And I don't know if we can get Sid back in the ring. I didn't want to win by countout, but... Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. I tried to goad him back in. I shouldn't have uploaded this part, but It's too goddamn funny just to not put it up. Oh my goodness. And there's nothing I can really do. Oh jeez. What the hell? Oh my god. Well, it's gonna be a count-out draw, because we're fighting in the crowd. This would be so freaking taboo for 1992. It's so crazy. And the fans are just standing there, just no spreading out. They're just like cool with it. This is insane. Oh man. Oh goodness. That is so insane. Well, it's over. Wow. Wow, what a shitty ending to Monday Night Raw. Holy hell. That's insane. Week's over. That is not the best booking. I promise it will get better. Just stay along for the ride, folks. But guys, I am going to wrap this thing up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next week, Ric Flair versus Diesel. Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels. It's going to be a great time. If you guys like this content, please make sure to hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel for more.